Okay, we're getting ready to go now. It's Friday. Here we are. And so let me know out there that you can hear everything okay. Oh, we got a little keyboard action there. Yeah, that's what we want to hear. So what am I seeing here? Hello to everybody first. Thanks for joining us here. So, pre-war, you ready? It's a much different vibe than the rest, but gems aplenty. So that's cool. So, oh Nord, I'm trying to see what everyone's saying here. It's a classic, closer to how they perform rather than being a very produced sound. And that's cool. Last three songs are my favorite. Evening, Errol. Hey, Mike. Matt. My friend played this carpooling to work in 2003. I asked him, "This is awesome. Who is this?" He replied, "New Radiohead." Now I have a Radiohead tattoo. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. I'm psyched. Let me call this thing. Let me call this up. There it is. Let's take a look. So we did. What was the last thing that we did and it got blocked? What was that? And then it took us a while to get that. Oh, it was these
when we did two?
The Smiths. No, the Smiths thing. So sometimes we have a problem with stuff getting blocked. You know, it's one thing to not be able to monetize something, but it's something else for it to be blocked worldwide. And we had that with the Smiths video, and it was kind of a pain. And the only workaround we had, which is so weird, was that we had to block the video. So if you're watching the Smiths, you see the little black area there.
Wait, no, that wasn't the Smiths one. The Smiths one did get blocked, but the one we put the black on was a smile.
Oh, that was the smile.
Yeah, and it was.
That was
I
the
think
smile.
It was because a lot of times the smile doesn't get blocked, so it's whatever was with that
weird.
video specifically. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's weird. Sometimes stuff will get blocked, and then we got to find workarounds, and sometimes it takes like 3 or 4 times uploading it until you find the right thing to get it to play.
Which most people probably don't even go that far.
Cheers, everybody. Yeah.
But I'm gonna always try different things.
And you know what? I even tried to upload that smile video without being monetized, and it still was blocked worldwide. It ends up that the video was getting blocked, not the music. And the video was nothing. It was just
it wasn't even an official Radiohead video.
Yeah.
It was just someone else's thing that was copyright.
That was stupid. It was just stupid. Anyway, so I saw a lot of cool stuff on the news. I saw that Tom York has a soundtrack or a song written for a TV show, I think Smoke.
Yeah.
So that's something I want to get to listen to too. And then there was something on today about he was commenting about at one of his concerts, somebody asked him to make a statement regarding Hamas and whatever. And so I guess that's kind of a little bit back in the news today that he finally did come out and have something to say about it. That's beyond the scope of what I want to talk about here. But that's just it's a band that I never really knew much about until I started doing this reaction channel. Now I'm seeing everywhere I go, there's always something.
Yeah, I thought I was going to give you
Mike,
news
everything
today.
loud and clear. Cool. Okay, Mike says, "Evening, Allie." And Allie says, "Hi, everyone." So anyway, let's get going here. So, do I want to pull up the lyrics? Yeah, let me pull up the lyrics.
That's good, because I'm sure some people are just getting this notification and they're worried that they're missing the beginning.
Hail to the Thief.
I like this album a lot. I like them all a lot, so I guess.
Okay, let's see. I hate these lyrics.
I know.
These sites, especially this Genius site.
You know what? I really should have started taking the lyrics and putting them in like a Word document just for this, so that you wouldn't have to have 80 ads.
It's just the pop-ups are so distracting. So
look at that one right there.
Look at the rack on. Okay, so yes. What were we talking about? Okay, so I have everything set up so that I have the OBS over here with the camera over here. On this monitor over here is the video that I'm playing, and then I have the lyrics over here, and it's this Lyrics Genius thing, and it's again, it's like the Weather Channel. It's pop up after pop up after pop up. Okay, let's get rid of you. All right, so it looks like we got all the lyrics here. Pretty cool. So,
wait, how do you get? Where's the rest of them though? When you went
they're all here. They're all listed here. So I got to go one at a time.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, one at a time. So it looks like the first song is 2 + 2 = 5.
Just so you know, my favorite song on the album is number 3.
Now, is that the full title? 2 + 2 = 5.
Yeah.
Now, why does it say the lukewarm in parentheses? Is that part of the title?
No.
Is that something that somebody added? I don't see that over here. Yeah, what is that all about? So each one of these has something in parentheses.
I'm not sure why they have that there, but click on the first one. Let me see, or click on something so I can see if the lyrics are right. That one.
Says you were such a dreamer.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know what the parentheses is. If you guys, if that's the way it is on the album or something, let me know.
Is someone? That's what I assumed. Saki Rocket just said alternate names. I assume, but it's not. They're not on.
Oh, is that on the album? It's not on the album like that?
Not that I've seen, but I only have a CD, so who knows?
Huh. Okay. Cool. Alternate names for the songs. Okay. Neat. All right. So let's give it. Do we got? We want to wait for? We got everybody here that wants to be here. Let's see what we're doing. I don't know.
Oh, it looks like it was on the CD.
It was
in parentheses.
It was on the CD. Okay, so then I will mention that. We wait a couple more minutes just to make sure we get everybody here for the start. And so, what else do we know about this album? Let's take a look. Let me go back and see what I need to know about this album. So, Hail to the Thief. Following the sudden change in sound with albums Kid A and Amnesiac, Radiohead decided to make a more guitar-driven album while keeping the drum machine, synthesizers, and heavy manipulated vocals from the previous releases. The title of the record has different points of reference. Okay, this is... while the phrase was used by anti-Bush protesters following the controversial 2000 presidential election, lead singer Tom York stated that it was in reference to the 1824 election, which was won by John Quincy Adams. When explaining the reasoning behind the name, York explained it came to him from the rise of doublethink and the rise of general intolerance and madness, and the feeling very much like individuals were totally out of control of the situation, that somehow it was a manifestation of something you know, not really human, or something like a cloud, like entering the next dark or Middle Ages.
And this album, I think, is 2005. Does it say it up there?
I think it did. I think...
It could be wrong.
Well, it said...
Oh, look, go all the way up. It's right there under the title.
2003.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, yeah. So, all right. So, it's given me a little insight into what this is about. Okay. So, yeah. So, there are very specific things in here, you know. Interesting. All right. Cool. All right. I'm ready to give it a go. Let's get the lyrics up on this song. And verse 1 is there. Beer is here.
Mine is out of frame.
All right. Let's get this going. Let's full screen that. And here we go. Sounds like Radiohead.
Are you such a dreamer to put the world to rights? I stay home forever, but two and two always makes a five. those April showers, and two always makes a fire. It's the devil's way now. There's no way out. You can scream, you can shout. It is too late now. Because you're my meditation, 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 meditation. Yeah, I'm not the old meditation, 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 meditation. Yeah, I'm not the old meditation, 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 meditation. Yeah, I'm not the meditation, meditation,
Did you already change lyrics? Did you already change lyrics?
Oh, is this going into the next one? All right, I'm gonna stop it right there for a minute. So I'm gonna stop it right there.
That's like the first time YouTube's ever smoothly had them.
Yeah. So I wasn't sure if it was all the way through the lyrics because I thought there was a little bit more left to go. But you would know more than me. That's gone into the second song. Okay. So really interesting song. In the beginning, it's my first impression of a lot of Radiohead stuff was like, where are they going with this? It just sounds like random. It's just because they're not your typical chord progressions, and the same thing again. It's Tom York's voice that's holding the whole thing together because he's singing over these chords that shouldn't make sense, but they do, and it's just that interesting thing of listening to what they're doing, and there's a lot of thought that goes into these lines and these chords. So even though they're atypical of just standard harmony, there's a lot of thought that goes into these, and it's really interesting. I really like it, and so, lyrically, wow, that's pretty cool. Anyway, so I don't want to ruin the flow. I'm going to go back a little bit, and once in a while I'm going to stop and comment on it. When this song that's coming up now first started, I hate to say it, but bong.
When this song or the first
Yeah,
song?
this first little synthesizer lick in here. There's that.
I saw you going.
Yeah, there's that creepy music on hold. You ever hear it? It's got this echo, gang, and it's like everywhere you could be in France on
So
hold,
annoying.
and you're going to hear that weird creepy music. So that lick, those first three notes of the melody were the same from that creepy music on hold. So I thought it's coincidental, but I thought it was just like, oh no, don't tell me this is where they got it from. But it's not.
Right.
It's not. So this one is what sit down, stand up.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, I went back a little bit. Let's see what we got.
Sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up.
So that's, and they have the raindrops written out here every single time. Interesting tune. Yeah, and I agree. This sounds like definitely a live thing, especially this last section, the raindrops. It's kind of like the jam that you would do, if you were doing this live, where you just really get completely worked up. Really cool. Sounded like it was an F. Right, something like that. Interesting tune. I like it. Walk into. So this is going to be specifically about something, I could tell, and I'd have to look and see what it was in reference to. I think one of these songs was in reference to the Rwandan genocide or something, and I don't know, I don't know which one that would be. I didn't want to learn too much about the album because I want to kind of discover it on my own. Cool. I like it. And I like that end, the raindrops thing. The way it just all of a sudden it just starts going. It just powers, and it's got this double time kind of vibe going to it.
So this album's getting closer to In Rainbows, which was like the first songs you heard. You could probably hear it getting like musically closer to like Jigsaw falling into place in 15 step.
Yeah, exactly. It's more
of these like crazy drum tracks.
Yeah, more. I want to say experimental, but it's as far as mainstream music goes, it would be experimental to the ear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying that they're just like, oh, let's experiment with this stuff. This is what they're hearing. This is what's in their head. So for them, it's not experimental at all. It's just like, this is how we're going to express our feelings in this particular song. Really cool. So this next one is
my favorite.
I like it already.
Sail to the Moon.
Major 7 to a C major 7, right? I think. So G.
I spoke too soon, and how much did it cost? I was dry from my We're running fruit with
Okay, I'm going to stop it there. I'll talk about these two songs. So this one, I'll start with this one, Backdrift. I think what I like about this song is that it's more accessible to the first time listener. So I think if you played these, what was the last song? The last song was where'd it go?
Sail to the Moon, was it? Or
Sail to the Moon,
I
right?
couldn't think
Yeah.
of where it
So
was.
Sail to the Moon. If you played both of these for someone who knew nothing about them, they would probably like the second song better or be able to grasp it better because it was more traditional as far as the harmony went and as far as the form of the song went. It was more like verses, repeating verses and things like that, and the music was pretty straightforward.
Well,
But it
screw
was
those
really,
themes, they're
really
boring.
cool. I went through and I listened to, I wanted to see a little bit more about the song, and as I scrolled down, I saw that there was some more information about the song, and I thought that this was pretty interesting. This song was built from a loop that York created on a portable workstation synthesizer before Kid A and Amnesiac sessions. Greenwood called the track "the point when we managed to work out how to make all the boxes and machines talk to each other," and that's what it sounds like. It sounds like they've got this connected bunch of loops and synthesizers and whatever, and it's just a really cool sound. The lyrical, and it's important for me. Like, I like to know a little bit more about it because I'm looking at the lyrics there, and they're, you can kind of. It's hard to really figure out, okay, what are we talking about here? We're rotten fruits, we're damaged goods, what the hell, we got nothing more to lose. Could you be talking about humanity? Could you be talking about, how imperfect we are, things like that. One gust and we will probably crumble. We're back drifting. This is far but no further. I'm hanging off a branch. I'm teetering on the brink of honey sweet, still full of sweep. I'm backsliding. Again, if I didn't read anything else about this song, I would think that, again, you're talking about humanity and talking about how frail and how fragile, our lives are, or our civilization is, or our society is, things like that. You fell into our arms. We tried, but there was nothing we could do. Again, I couldn't be 100% sure what I would get out of that. All evidence has been buried. All tapes have been erased. But your footsteps give you away, so you're backtracking. It's just interesting. I like the words. I like the sentiment, and I kind of get a feel for. If I was looking at this, I'd say all evidence has been buried, all tapes have been erased. It's your past. Even if that's all gone, your footsteps give you away. What you do in life kind of becomes your story. That's kind of what I would get out of it. And what I was reading down here, they were talking about the imagery from this came from a time the band was trapped on a bullet train in a snowdrift in Japan. And the snow was piled high on the branches, and when a bullet train would go past, the snow would drop off the branch. So, interesting. It's interesting how, I like to peer into the mind of someone who's writing the song and find out, how they did it, and to something, simply as looking out the train window and seeing the snow falling off the branch and turning it into this song, which you can get so much more, you can read so much more into it, and it's I really like that. So this is a cool song. I like it. The song before this was pretty cool. Sail to the Moon, kind of simple, and the lyrics. I sucked the moon, I spoke too soon, and how much did it cost? I was dropped from moonbeams and sailed on shooting stars. Maybe you'll be president, but know right from wrong, or in the flood you'll build an ark and sail us to the moon, or sail us to the moon. So I'm looking down to see a little bit more what this song is about. A lullaby-like piano ballad with shifting time signatures that was written in 5 minutes for York's infant son Noah. Makes perfect sense.
I I know this is gonna ruin everything, but is it okay if I cough real quick? Can I cough?
Yeah, I can.
Hey guys, I'm getting over bronchitis, and I've been holding in a cough for 3 songs, and I'm reaching the breaking point.
Go ahead.
That was
all good.
All good.
All good. So, yeah, so he's talking to his son here, which makes sense because he's saying maybe you'll be president, but I know right from wrong. Or in the flood, you'll build an ark and sail us to the moon. How nice! How cool is that? I think that's really.
His son writes amazing music.
Does he really? Yeah. I guess he's not singing him lullabies anymore. He's grown up, huh? Wow. Well, so yeah, very very cool stuff. Yeah, great so far. Great, love it. All right, let's keep it going. Let's see.
Easter Deer says, "Cough it up."
Where did we go? Where did our? I don't know where the other.
Close to another song I love that I'm excited for you to hear because you're gonna be like, "What the hell is this?"
I somehow lost
the video.
Yeah, I just got to open another Chrome up. I don't know why the window shut down. That doesn't make sense.
My cough.
I didn't shut it down. Let's just put this here. Let's open this up and continue on. Okay, and that was Hail to the Thief. Okay, and it was this one. So let's see what tune we were on, and let me stop that.
I'll be on where I ended. You. Oh no, I'm just kidding. We're on go to sleep.
We did Backdrifts, so it's Go to Sleep is our next one.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Something for the vagabond man over my dead body. Something big is gonna happen over my dead body.
So that was. And there interesting lines in there. In G with those. Interesting line. So that's cool, holding that G chord. Really inventive stuff. You know, you hear people doing kind of stuff on a G chord like that. Let me see.
Sid Irish said the beginning reminds him of a Bob Dylan song.
Well, it is. It's kind of it's a guitar sound. You know, it's so they're. So they had that open G. You know that G. Really inventive. You know, you hear all sorts of stuff on a G chord with all kinds of stuff. I've never heard anyone do that. So there's one thing I have to say about these guys. They're unique. They don't fall into the trap of doing like these tried and true old tired licks. You know, everything they do is new and inventive, and that was really cool. That was really cool. I love it. I love it. Lyrics here. Over my dead body, this high enough sucked it over my dead body. Something for the rag and bone man. Over my dead body, something big is going to happen over my dead body. Someone's son or someone's daughter.
Easter Deer says, something big is going to happen. Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Like I could hear it.
Something big is going to happen. What do you guys think of Bob Dylan? Before we keep going, since you brought that up, what do you think about Bob Dylan? I'll tell you off the bat. I never, I grew up with that music, and I remember when people would play a Bob Dylan record, I would want to like put garlic around my neck or make the sign of the cross or something, or like. I just never did anything for me. I just thought it was always I'll be nice. I just say it's not for me, not for me. I'm still not a big Bob Dylan fan. I wouldn't go out. I'm also not. I wouldn't go out and every once in a while, once upon a time you dressed so fine. That comes on the radio and it brings me back to like whatever 67 or something like that, and I was probably in middle school, and it just brings me back to that time, but I just never understood how somebody could blow in and out on a harmonica with absolutely no purpose other than like breathing in and out and consider. I'm gonna get beat up here. I'm sorry.
So far, everyone has agreed with you.
Yeah, in and out, and people will ask me sometimes when I'm out playing, and they'll say, "Oh, you do any Bob Dylan?" And I go, "Hell no." And they're like, "Well, you don't like Bob Dylan?" And I'm nice about it. I go, "No, it's just too many words. There's no way I'm going to remember 17 verses. Don't want to do it either."
Everyone, respect his contribution to music, but nah.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. You summed it up. But nah, I don't get it.
Oh, and then Sid said, "But Neil Young's Harvest." Oh, love Neil Young.
Yeah,
he's amazing.
Yeah, I have to.
The Needle and the Damage Done. Oh, so good. That is one of the best songs. Love Neil Young.
If I remember.
Yeah, it's perfect. Now do the Neil Young voice.
I heard you knocking at my cellar door.
Yeah, I love it. Harvest is one of my favorite albums. I definitely one of my favorite albums. So yeah, Neil Young.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yep, absolutely.
That's
absolutely.
my Bob Dylan.
Well, Neil Young plays melodies. You know.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. He's playing a melody. He's not doing Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan just it's in and out, in and out, in and out. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, but Neil Young, yeah, and then even how'd it go?
Yeah, like that.
There it is. Yeah, great stuff. Great stuff. Okay, yeah. Let's go on. What's next here? Let's see what we got. We had Go to Sleep, Where I End and You Begin. Okay, so this a lot of people have asked for this one, so this must be something special.
I'm excited for the one after this.
Okay.
Just to see what you do.
All right, so let's see what we got. Where I End and You Begin.
You eat you alive. I will eat you alive.
So this is pretty crazy. I like this song. I like this song. So far, I mean, I like them all, but this one I kind of liked a lot. Let me get a pick. Ugh. Thin pick. Who uses thin picks? Why do I even have these laying around? You know, I think that was really cool. You know what got me on this song? The first few lines. There's a gap in between. There's a gap where we meet. So right there, that got my attention because the title was Where I End and You Begin. And I thought in my mind, this was going to be, you and I are so complete that I can't tell where I end and you begin. In my mind, it was going to be, a real love song or something like that. But I should have known. And it started with saying there's a gap in between. There's a gap where we meet. And right there I said, okay, there's a gap. It's not what I thought it was going to be from the title of the song. We're talking about a gap. And then he goes on to say, there's a gap where we meet, where I end and you begin, and I'm sorry for us. I'm sorry for us. The dinosaurs roam the earth, the sky turns green, where I end and you begin. And right there, it's like, wait a minute, there is this huge gap for where I end and you begin. And maybe the sentiment is, but there shouldn't be, but there is. There's this huge gap. And not only is there a huge gap, there's dinosaurs. There's damn dinosaurs in that, carnivorous, nasty, flesh-eating dinosaurs in there, and the sky turns green, where I end and you begin. I'm up in the clouds, and I can't come down. I can watch, but not take part, where I end and where you start. So it seems to me like two people that have just, the realization that they've just fallen apart. And there's no, consolidation here. X will mark the place like the parting of the waves, like a house falling into the sea. I will eat you alive. I will eat you alive. So, I like that. I thought that was... I like the sound of it. I like the guitar lick, and there's pretty cool guitar stuff happening. I'm going to go back just for a second, take a listen. Very interesting. So, really simple and really effective. And of course, just stuff like that. It's really cool. I like it a lot. So, Allie, you said the next song is the one you...
I'm just very excited to see...
Let's see.
What you think.
What do I think? Okay, the next song is...
It's like the most different song.
We Suck Young Blood.
Yeah, and it actually might help if you read a little bit of it first.
Are you hungry? You're sick. You're big for break. You're sweet. We want young blood.
Because this one I know what it's about.
Are you fracturing? Are you torn at the seams? Would you do anything flea-bitten, moth-eaten? We suck young blood. Won't let the creeping ivy, won't let the nervous bury me. Our veins are thin, our rivers poisoned. We want the sweetmeats. Sweetmeats are brains.
Yeah.
We want the young blood. I mean, just looking at this, it's like, is this in relation to a band wanting to, win over young minds? Is it
No.
Politicians wanting to brainwash people?
It's kind of like record labels, like wanting young.
How they want to like take advantage of just selling records to, you know, I don't know.
It's like haunting. If someone said very Halloween-y.
Yeah, and so if you look at this as a record company looking to just market their stuff to people who are vulnerable or people who
like
are
Hollywood looking at young blood.
Yeah, you know, we want young blood. Well, that's what I was getting for the young blood. I was thinking, is it a band, you know, saying that we want to win over people? No, it's their management. It's their management saying, okay, you know, we want the young blood. Interesting. Let's see what we got. Let's take a listen to it.
Are you hungry? Are you sick? Are you begging for break? Are you sweet? Are you afraid? Are you strung up by the rails? We want the Are you fractured? Are you torn at the seams? Would you do anything? Sleeping at my feet end. We suck We suck Won't let the nervous bury me. I've a sin. Our rivers poison. We want the sweet.
So that one's harder to wrap your head around. I think the song, I would think by design, is meant to be ugly, and creepy, and so that's I think an acquired taste. That one. I can appreciate the song. I can appreciate what they're saying, and the craziest thing is that they have the hand claps in there. Yeah. Have you ever heard a song with hand claps that slow? It was almost done like tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
It was almost done like, okay, here's a song we're all going to sing along to, and just like boom, here, take it right up the old keister. It's almost like they wrote it for the record company or for whoever it is. Not only whoever this song was geared towards, they wanted them to hear it. And they wanted them to hear how disgusting they feel about them, I think. And it's very,
That part towards the end when it speeds up.
It's just starting.
On the guitar, it sounds like you're playing like a lute in like a tavern.
And then it was. With that weird major minor 7 sound in there. Sounds like a New Orleans funeral march. Exactly right. That's exactly what I was thinking too while it was playing. It's got that vibe. It sounds like...
Which makes sense.
Yeah, it sounds like a weird, trippy funeral vibe. They recorded this album at LA Ocean Way, and the album cover is a map of LA with the Pacific at the top. Okay, so this is the actual album cover over here. I was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was worried that maybe we put up something that was somebody made. Okay, so let's take a look at that album cover. It's got all these words are just
Oh right.
Talks all about all the.
Saki Rocket says it was the last record of their deal. They did go on, but they did the pay what you want because the next album is In Rainbows. And they did this thing where you pay whatever you want for the album when it came out.
Really?
Whatever you want. Yeah, as like a FU to... So I remember reading about that. You could pay whatever you want.
Who was the record company on In Rainbows? Did they do it themselves? How could they get the record company to go along with that?
Let's see.
Interesting.
I remember reading that, though, that pay whatever you want. Let's see. Can't type with my left finger because I can't.
Yeah. American stuff like road signs. Yeah, that's exactly right. It looks like...
It was self-released as a download, according to Wikipedia.
Self-released, I would say, yeah.
And then later for the retail release, they partnered. But it was pay whatever you want for the album.
Interesting.
In 2007.
Wow. Billboard's LA. Easter Deer paid £7 for it. Self-Done Capital, yes, this was the last album under contract. Huh. After the deal ended, they self-released as an FU to Capitol. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, so that song was meant to be a little bit... What would we say? A little bit of a stone in your shoe kind of a feeling. It's just like... Yeah. It's
unsettling.
Yeah, unsettling and make you the feeling that they're putting forth on how they feel comes right through.
It's like you wanted this.
Comes right through, instead of what's that old Saturday night skit where they're going more cowbell, cowbell. I could see Tom going more ugliness, more discomfort, more discomfort,
more funeral organs in the graveyard.
Yeah. And then clap here, clap here. There you go. You want one to clap along? Clap along with that. Interesting, really cool. So I like this on a cerebral level. I I like thinking about the song. I like tearing it apart, and I like thinking about why they put it together, and I find that really interesting. And that also makes, especially something like this that may be a little more challenging to completely absorb, makes it easier to do so because you kind of understand the thought behind it. So I think that's pretty cool. I think it's all right. Another one. Okay, so what do we got coming up next? We got... We suck your blood. The Gloaming.
Oh, good.
The Gloaming.
I think you actually heard this in a little bit because I think it was when we did the King of Limbs live.
Oh, they played a little of this?
I think it might have been on there if I'm not wrong.
Okay,
But again, you only heard it like kind of in passing, so...
Yeah, Allie thinks that I may have heard this on the live.
But
Which one was it? The...
maybe on King of Limbs.
King of Limbs, maybe? Okay, let's see. Let's see if I recognize it.
There was 2 or 3 songs on there that weren't part of the album.
this one. I like this one. This was really cool, and I'll tell you what I like about it. I like Tom singing in the beginning. I like his melody, it was really interesting because before the chords, they were just playing the they're just playing this on this little ostinato, this little repeating figure in the bass, and he comes in with the singing, but his singing is doing a really great job of outlining the chords that you're going to hear in the next verse. And I thought that was really cool and really, really unique. I'm going to go back and take a listen. That's such a cool loop. That sounds like a little record, the little white noise from a record just kind of looped and truncated. And then a square wave. And this interesting loop that is a little bit free with the time of the loop. I mean, the loop repeats on the beat, but so you got the flat 6. What happened there? You have this but it's still over this. Which is interesting sound. It kind of like a G minor chord over an A minor, which changes the mode of it. So I thought that was really, really interesting. And then when it came in on the second verse, I just thought that was really clever and really, really musical and really cool. I like that. I like this song. This song I like. You could see I got the little smile. Like, yeah, this one's for me. I like this. The Gloaming. So I had to look up Gloaming. You know what Gloaming is? Twilight.
I looked it up at one point, but I don't remember now.
It's about Twilight. They should be ringing. Where is it here? Genie let out of the bottle. Now it's the witching hour. Genie let out. Now it's the witching hour. Murderers, you're murderers. We are not the same as you. Genie let out of the bottle. Just kind of a really sinister, kind of Twilighty. When the walls bend. When the walls bend with your breathing, they will suck you down to the other side. They will suck you down to the other side. It's really kind of dark and creepy and cool. I like it. I like it. I'm good with this one. I like them all, but this one is a little bit of a standout. What's next?
There. You did the music video for this, if you remember.
I did there. Yeah. That's right.
It was a kind of claymation.
This is one, the claymation where the town was gonna burn.
No. This is the one where he's walking through the woods and takes the coat and the shoes off.
Oh yeah, this was really cool. I love the video.
And he's looking in the tree holes, and there was the birds and the little animals.
Yeah. Flat 6 again. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, that one's great.
That's so cool. I love the changes. One of you was saying something about one of the changes in here that sounded so cool.
He looks like Sid said that.
Like. It's that D minor. So what your ear wants to hear, especially with a B minor chord, when you go to this, that's the typical harmony that you'd want to hear, but they're going to that minor chord, and there's going up there. It's just very, very, startling sound. Not in minor 7, but I like that when they're doing.
Yeah.
It's got those little chromatic descending licks in there. They're very cool, very cool. I like that song. That song is really, really neat. And yeah, I did do this one before, so cool, very cool. All right, what else we got, guys? Let's see what we got.
Everyone in the beginning was like, "This is a long album."
Yeah, I see that. I see that.
I think we've got 4 more.
We have what's that?
I think we have 3 or 4 more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. All right, so let's go through these, and I'll unless there's something really important to say, I'm going to let it go. Oh, you know what that song sounded like? Here I go, extending it. Remember that song by. The song was called "Ship of Fools," and it was the 90s. It was around the same time as this. There was a real strong vibe of that song.
Is it World Party?
World Party,
yeah.
Ship of Fools. I love that song.
That's what I thought it might be.
I love that song, and this had a little bit of that vibe to it. There were little bits and pieces of this that.
Didn't they have another song called like "Goodbye Jumbo" or something like that?
Yeah.
Like I remember that.
Yeah, but "Ship of Fools," man. Oh man, what a cool song. And it's so lo-fi and so driving guitar and those old Ensoniq Mirage samplers on there.
You should do a video on that song.
All of that 8-bit glory. Yeah, I should do that song. I think I'll do some videos of tunes that I really love. And talk about what makes them tick.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are we there? This was there. Next up is
I
think I will.
Which I can never not hear the Beatles. I will whenever I.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I ever think.
I loved you. You know I love you still. Yeah. Can't not hear.
That's all. Yeah.
That when
Nothing will
I hear.
ever be I will except that.
Yeah.
Underground.
Interesting, almost like an intro into this song.
So, remember when you did like spinning plates?
Yeah.
That's a modified version of I Will.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Cool. Cool groove. I like it. So I see that this is about a criticism that somebody criticized their performance. Pretty straightforward. Good song. I like it. Oh, I love that fuzz bass.
Everyone's talking about how we're going to do a B-side stream one day.
Okay.
These are all better, the best songs of all the songs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The mongrel cat came home,
Myxomatosis.
out in half a head, proceeded to shut up to all his newfound friends. He said, I've been where I slept with who I like. She ate me up for breakfast. She screwed me in a vice. But now I don't know why I feel so tongue-tied. I sat in the crowd. I wrote it down in ink. They were cheering and waving, switching eyes at me like with myxomatosis. They got at a different strangled, beaten up. Used as a photo in Time magazine, burning black, holding down. I don't know why I feel so tongue-tied. Don't know why I feel so skinned up. Like my thoughts are misguided and a little naive. I twitch and I salivate like with myxomatosis. You should put me in a home or you should put me down. I got myxomatosis. Yeah, I know I like a smart ass, but we all like stars. That wasn't my intention. I did it for a reason. It must have got mixed up, strangled, beaten up. I got myxomatosis. And I don't know why I feel so tongue-tied.
I like that. I like that driving riff, and it's just really a dark song.
I was waiting to see that you wanted to play the beginning part.
Yeah, it's just it's so. You know, the mongrel cat home holding a half head proceeded, showed off to all his newfound friends. Says, I've been where I liked. I slept with who I like. She ate me up for breakfast. She screwed me in a vice. But now I don't know why I feel so tongue-tied. I sat in the cupboard and wrote down in neat. Wow. So, used a photo in Time magazine, buried in a burning black hole in Devon. So, interesting. Definitely, you know, venom and confusion and frustration in this song. Pretty wild.
I had to look up what myxomatosis actually is.
It's a disease. Isn't it like an animal disease or something? Or
yes, from rabbits. Highly infectious, fatal from rabbits.
So is he saying he feels like he has this disease that feels mixed up and strangled and just, I guess confused and frustrated. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. I like the driving power of the song. I like the frustration. Cool. When I was a little kid, my dad used to play Paranoid Android and Karma Police in his car. Myxomatosis is a rabbit disease. It was a big epidemic in the UK a while back, so it was topical. Okay, so so this is something that he definitely has seen. That's what this is. It's not just, I guess, a random word. Interesting. Cool. I like it. Okay, let's. You want me to hear that lick again? Let me hear that. So, it's not in 4/4. There's an extra couple beats in there. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. And there was a high note in there too. Yeah, pretty wild. But my brain isn't there right now. It's just like, yeah, it's gonna hurt my brain. the chords in there were really interesting. I really like that. I was trying, one of the things about Radiohead is you'll hear these interesting chord changes, and you'll go, "Ooh, what was that? Let me." And you'll try to figure it out, and then you say, "Okay, the second time around, I'll get it." And then you get to the second time around, and they're doing something completely different, and it's like, "Damn you, damn you!"
You do that all the time too.
Yeah.
You'll just get something, and then the song is different for the whole rest
Yeah,
of
you
the
think,
song.
okay, I can latch onto this. Let me hear it this time around. It's like, oh man, come on, you're doing something completely different. So it sounds like I'm curious. But this is that's interesting. And then he's got a couple of other little tensions in there that kind of weird it out. And then it reminds me of... It reminds me of... what was it?
Yeah.
It's got that vibe to it a little bit. And I'm wondering if they were playing around, that a lot of times that's how you write a song, is that you're fooling around with something and you go, you're playing another song and then you make a mistake and you have one of those happy accidents where you go, oh, how cool is that? I read that Peter Frampton was playing Blackbird, this song.
Yeah. That couldn't have turned into Do You Feel Like We Do?
No, what is it? Shadows.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's funny.
It's just so he said, oh, that's how I wrote that song. I was fooling around with that song, and that's where it came out. And when I heard this, it was like, geez, maybe somebody else did the same thing. Kind of a cool thing. So that's an interesting thing. Oh, what is this? Wolf at the Door.
Last one on the album.
This is the last one?
Yeah. Back to gloomy.
Back to gloom.
Yeah.
Drag him out, you window, dragging out the dead, singing a mess. You snakes and ladders, flip the lid. Up pops the cracker, snaps you in the
Sorry,
head.
it sounds Beatles.
I
know some people hate when I say that.
Caps, takes all your credit cards. Get up, get the guns, get the eggs, get the flat in the face, the flat in the face, the flat in the face. Dance you fucker, don't you dare, don't you dare, don't you flat in the face. Take it where the love is given, take it where the pinch is over, take it to the tax now. Let me back.
Well, it's better than Blondie's rap, wasn't it?
Look in the mirror at the face you don't recognize. Help me call the doctor, put me inside, put me inside, put me inside, put me inside, put me inside. I keep the world from the door. It calls me on the phone, tells me all the ways that he's gonna mess me up. Still my children if I don't pay the ransom. But I'll never see him again if I squeal to the cops. Walking like giant cranes and with my extra eyes I strip to the getter. Tired little work, money on the list. Step
That's nice.
wise to a week to complain. Investments in deals, Cold wise and mistresses, cold wise and Sunday paper say boys in first class don't know they born middle. Someone else is gonna come and clean it up. Burn the legs for the job. Someone always drives. I wish you get up, get over. Turn your
I think that was a really appropriate ending song. I think that was, a perfect, almost theatrical ending song. It just had the right vibe. It felt like we're tying all the pieces together here.
Yeah.
I didn't get a really good look at the lyrics because I was too listening to the music, and the music was very traditional as far as the chord progression and everything. It wasn't that that unexpected. It was pretty traditional stuff. I thought they were really interesting when they went into the chorusy parts there with the harmonies and everything. It was really beautiful. Drag him out the window, dragging out your dead, singing "I miss you." Snakes and ladders. Flip the lid out, pops the cracker, smacks you in the head, knifes you in the neck, kicks you in the teeth. So what are we talking about here? Get the eggs, get the flan in the face. Dance, you fucker, dance. Don't you care? Take it to the tax man. Take me back. I promise to be good. Don't look in the mirror. I keep the wolf from the door, but he calls me up, calls me on the phone, tells me all the way he's going to mess me up. Steals my children if I don't pay the ransom. I never see them again. And if I squeal to the cops. Let's
see the meaning.
Okay, I on the bottom here they talk a little bit about the song. Wolf at the Door continues the album's fable-inspired motifs by reimagining the quintessential fairy tale villain, the wolf, as the ruthless personification of the everyday capitalist struggle. Tom York remarked on the tone of the song, noting its placement as the final track, ending the album on a frustrated note.
Oh, yeah.
This is pretty bitter stuff. All this stuff about cold wives and mistresses, Sunday papers, city boys, and first class. Bloody hell, it's pretty serious. Haha, it's just very angry. So, yeah, the wolf at the door is, I guess, the constant struggle. In this case, it's the tax man, and in the other case, it's cold wives and mistresses, investments, dealers, Stepford wives. Interesting. He's not a real happy guy.
Well, I think it was like what they were saying, that there was the last album on the Deal?
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, let's just get it all out.
Yeah.
And now there's 5 years in between until In Rainbows comes out, which is like one of the best albums ever.
Yeah. Pretty wild. So, Hail to the Thief. Yeah, this is a pretty bitter album. You're right. It's
also all over the place. It's like so many different styles of.
Yeah, this is a personal.
Yeah.
Album. This wasn't meant to make anybody happy except him, or the band.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like to me. So, if you really appreciate the band and you understand them, you can look at this objectively and say, yeah, I get this and I can listen to this. But if you don't know the band, you'd listen to this.
It's like the hardest to listen to.
Yeah. I would think so.
Especially I could see if it were coming out new, you'd be like, I don't know. But now looking back at like where Radiohead went years later and how like some of the most amazing, it's like, okay, now I get it. I see where you guys were at.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, I like this because this band is pretty intelligent, and at first blush you listen to it and you go, it just sounds like it's weird just to be weird. But when you sit down and you listen to it, you go, no, it's not. They're breaking new ground. They're doing stuff that's different. It's meant to sound different. It's meant to not have the same old. It's meant to come to new chords and fresh sounds. And it really is a journey, to listen to. So I think this was a great listen. Definitely. I play this record loud and sing loud. Yeah. All right.
Let me see.
They talked about having a great time recording it, but a hard time finishing and track listing it. Yeah, I could imagine. And that's really why I think I said that this was the perfect ending song, because it sounded like an ending song, that... I don't remember what key it was in D minor. it had that 6/8 feel that sounded like, and with those arpeggios, that whole feel, it sounded like the ending of something. It was good. It was good. I thought it was great. Oop, a live track to seal the night. Will there be a reaction for the Pixies? Yeah, we got to get to it.
Oh, yeah.
We got to get to it.
The Pixies would be good.
I want to go through, and I think I'll put a short together, maybe like tomorrow or Sunday, and I'll read through all of the recent suggestions of songs to do, and that's what I'm going to go. Just a little short, go through and say, okay, these are the songs that you guys have been asking for, and we'll see what kind of feedback we get on this, and that'll kind of determine what track I go to and which ones I do. I do want to go and hit a lot of stuff that I haven't done, like you're seeing the Pixies, and people are talking about all these different bands that I need to hear. So
John Mock says one to seal the night.
One to seal the night.
One live. So
all right, you guys tell me what to do, because.
And I have plenty, but I think they go a little ahead, and I don't want to skip ahead album wise.
Yep.
Now that we're doing, maybe one B-side from here. Oh yeah, Last Flowers. That's a good one. What about that, John? What about Last Flowers? Because there's just a Tom York of that. That's really good. Yeah, try that. Unless he's.
You were talking about Nirvana and everything. One thing I wasn't a big Nirvana fan, but I thought that Kurt Cobain had an interesting. He could always find an interesting chord to throw in there that made the song really super catchy. So in a weird way, he was almost like a pop. He had this pop songwriting sensibility.
Yeah. He's awesome.
But under the guise of being grunge,
You know what? Here's a cool one, short one for you.
Last Monday, my dad told me to search up a video of a gay man eating a watermelon, and he was referencing Harry Styles' Watermelon Chili.
Yeah, like your band does that song.
Okay. Gay guy eating watermelon.
This guy, Garlic Bread, has been all the comments. Everything funny like that has been coming out of Garlic Bread the whole time. Look up Nirvana, Lake of Fire. It's super short.
You want a Nirvana song?
Just quick, because you said, I never liked Nirvana, but he always had it, and I have a perfect one. It's very short.
Lake of Fire?
Yes. And I'm waiting for Mike to decide.
Unplugged or...
Yeah, do that top one. It's really short, but really cool.
One more. This is called Lake of Fire.
This song's great.
All these songs are off their second record. Ready, y'all?
Go to
Yeah, so yeah, he kind of had a pop sensibility, you know, with a grungy, outer shell.
Yeah.
All right, so
okay, we got the last live one.
what do you got?
I think someone else had said yes to this, so let me see. They're saying. Hold on. I see 4 minute a lot coming up. I just want to make sure.
All right, guys, what do we got? If we want to do one more. What do you think?
Look up. Someone else had said it earlier, and I was like, yeah, but now there's too many. Type in "Last Flowers" live. It's it should be just Tom at a piano.
What is it?
"Last Flowers."
Okay.
I'm trying to go backtrack through the comments. And that top one's good.
This one?
Yeah. Oh, this is from the basement, not live.
Well, it is live.
It's live, yeah.
Appliances are gone berserk. I cannot keep up. Treading on people's toes. Snot-nosed little punk. When I can face the evening straight, you can offer me escape. Houses move and houses speak. If you take me, then you'll get relief. And if I'm gonna talk, I just wanna talk. Please don't interrupt. Just sit back and listen. 'Cause I can face the evening straight, and you can offer me escape. Houses move and houses speak. If you take me, then you'll get relief.
Interesting.
I love that song.
That's a great
song.
a great tune. And it's funny how it ends on a major chord, because it's, you know, it's like so you have stuff like these, you know, and then it, you know, this whole song, and then all of a sudden, instead of ending on, you know,
like a resolution.
Yeah, almost like relief.
Yeah.
Relief. All of a sudden, there's relief at the end. So, what is he talking about here, other than just wanting, you know, I can't face the evening straight. You can offer me escape. Houses move and houses speak. If you take me there, you'll get relief.
It looks like it's.
If you take me there, you'll get relief. It's funny. I'm trying to make sense of it, because it's like, it looks like he wants the relief. You know, like he's all wound up. Appliances have gone berserk. I cannot keep up, treading on people's toes. Snot-nosed little punk.
It looks like it might have been called in parentheses at one point.
Called what?
Last Flowers to the Hospital. And
Oh.
It's about.
Oh, appliances going berserk. If you take me there, you'll get relief. I'm gonna talk.
Someone who's terminally ill and just wants someone to talk to who will listen to them and not interrupt them.
Yeah.
The machines are all going berserk, indicating the person's running out of time.
Treading on people's toes now. Huh. Wow. Interesting. Really, really interesting song. Really very heartfelt song, you know. That's what I get out of it. It just seems there's so much emotion in that song. Last Flowers.
Someone said Black Swan, and I just wanted to say, when we did, which is a Tom York song, when we first started the channel and you did like one radio or two Radiohead songs and that's it, you had texted me like 3 days later and you had Sirius XM in your car.
Yeah.
And it said Black Swan, Tom York. And you were like, look what's on the radio.
Yeah,
and I was like, wow, that's so crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
To think now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh, I know these guys.
You're like, hey, I've heard of this.
Yeah. So anyway, that was really cool. Cool. Definitely. So I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us here tonight. This was neat. It's unusual. You know, it's a lot of Friday nights I'm playing, so it's always hit or miss whether I can do any of the live streams. But tonight, definitely doable. So, thank you.
Now you'll be coming up to the Radiohead albums that will be like more what you like. Now we're coming to like, you know, the guitar heavy albums and stuff like that. This is the end credits music.
End credits. Anyway, folks, good night. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. Thanks so much. Play us out. Yeah, I'll play out. Yeah. But we got to have somebody, somebody's got to hit the button.
Oh, where's the button? Which one is the button? Is it there?
It's going to be that one, yeah.
I'll give it a minute.
Good night, folks.